All right. So from what I can see, everyone is between yellow and green, which is amazing. I'm glad you guys are feeling good today and in a good place right now. All right. So today's propósito. Darren, can you read the propósito for me, please?
¿Cómo podemos practicar el vocabulario, vocabulario de la unidad?
Muy bien, right? So it's the same aim from yesterday. We are still continuing to practice our vocab. So you guys are going to have about 2 minutes to unscramble the sentence. This one has a lot of words. It has reflexive verbs in it, but you don't have to conjugate anything. You're literally just unscrambling it. So I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes so that you guys can unscramble, and then we will go over it. You have about 2 more minutes. You have about 1 more minute. So you are unscrambling the sentence. So all the grades have been updated. I sent you guys a message on Google Classroom yesterday. All the grades have been updated for the marking period. So whatever it is that you see on Pupil Path is your grade for the marking period. Danielle, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. So look at your grades, look at Pupil Path, right? See if anything is wrong. If you see something that you have that maybe you haven't submitted, or maybe you submitted it and I didn't get it, right? Please email me, let me know of any issues that you have with your grade. The marking period ends in 2 days, and I'm probably going to be putting in my grades by tomorrow. So please make sure that you guys report any issues to me as soon as possible. You have about 20 more seconds. So I see a lot of us are struggling with this one. So let me see if I can see the correct response in here. Okay, so I do see that all of you guys did try, right? A few of you were able to get it. The way that it should look, right, is yo me lavo todos los días después de levantarme. So you're basically saying, right, that you wash up every day after you wake up. Okay? So that's what it should have unscrambled to be. Yo me lavo todos los días después de levantarme. I also saw a variation here that also would have made sense. Todos los días yo me lavo después de levantarme, right? That also would have made sense. That could have been a different way that it could have been written. That would also make sense. So I see some of us are still writing, so I'm going to let you guys finish, give you guys about 10 seconds so you can finish writing. And again, anything that you don't get to finish now, you guys can finish later as well. So I do open the slides at the end, so you guys can make your changes later on after as well, after the exit ticket. All right. So we are going to practice using our vocabulary, right? So you're going to respond to the questions using vocabulary words, right? So you guys should have your vocabulary sheets with you, right? So you're basically going to answer these questions. ¿Qué tipos de transporte público hay donde tú vives? So what kind of public transportation do you have where you live? What do you do to save before a trip? ¿Qué haces para ahorrar antes de un viaje? ¿Cómo te diviertes al aire libre, right? So what are some things that you can do outdoors that are fun? ¿Qué te gusta de la naturaleza? What do you like about nature? ¿Qué miras cuando caminas por un sendero del bosque? So what are some things that you may see when you're walking down a path in the forest? ¿Te parecen interesantes los albergues juveniles? So do you think youth hostels are interesting? Why or why not? So you're basically going to respond to each question. Try to use your vocabulary words as often as possible. I'm going to give you guys about, I'm going to say 6 minutes, 1 minute per question, so that you guys can answer each question. You should be writing incomplete sentences. Okay, make sure that you add in part of the question, right? So that it's a little bit longer. All right, so you guys are going to have 6 minutes and your time starts now. So I still see about 7 students not participating. Please make sure you guys are actively participating. You're telling me whether you feel red, yellow, or green after completing the previous assignments, preguntas, and telling me why you feel red, yellow, or green. Is we're going to be completing a worksheet. It's going to be broken in 3 pieces, right? So we're going to start with part 1, where you're basically going to choose the word that correctly fits the sentence. So you're given 2 options for each sentence. You're going to choose which one best fits the sentence. And then for part 2, you're going to complete the conversation by choosing the option from the box. So inside the box, there are 6 options, right? There's one for each sentence in the dialogue between Laura and Luisa and Paula. So you're basically going to choose which one fits best in the box. And then for part 3, it's just one question, right? Where you're answering about yourself, right? ¿Te gusta la naturaleza? Do you like nature? Do you enjoy nature? And you're going to write 3 complete sentences explaining why. So we're going to start with part 1. But before we do, tell me really quickly if you understand what we are doing for the activity. All right, so from what I can see, everyone does understand, which is great. So really quickly, before we start this one, I just want to switch it because I want you guys just to be able to underline. Let me see, draw. Okay, so you guys should be able to draw on the slide now. So you're just going to underline or highlight the correct word that you think best fits this sentence, but best fits each sentence. I'm going to give you guys about 4 minutes. And then we'll come back together. For number 2, you guys are going to complete the conversation by choosing the best option from the box. So if you look at the top, you're going to see a box with 6 options. You're going to choose the best option that fits each sentence. You're going to have 5 minutes to complete this activity. For part number 3, you're going to respond to the question about yourself. ¿Te gusta la naturaleza? Do you enjoy nature? Do you like nature? You're going to write 3 sentences about 3 things that you like about nature and 3 activities that you would like to do outdoors. So, vas a escribir 3 oraciones sobre 3 cosas que te gustan de la naturaleza y otras sobre 3 actividades que te gusta hacer al aire libre. And finally, you're going to complete your exit ticket where you're going to tell me whether you felt red, yellow, or green while you were completing today's assignment. Make sure that you explain why you felt red, yellow, or green using but, because, or so.